Hi, it's Fabio Tesi here. I'm going to share with you a little presentation about the company and about the team. So if you are looking this video, probably you are in the same room with me. So if you have any questions or curiosities, please write them down and feel free to ask them at the end of presentation. So let's start.
So in this little presentation, I will show you why Onwater has chosen to enter in this market, and I will show you a little bit about our company and our team. So let's start. We live in an era where there is a scarcity but used to abound. Yes, because industrialization, urbanization, increasing of population, increasing of temperature, drought and contamination have had a bad influence on the availability of the potable water. It means that safe water is in short supply, and we need to purify water more than ever. So, for example, companies, big companies like Xiaomi, Panasonic, Whirlpool, LG, has showed that they are interested in this market as well. So, because they have developed some products like the one in the pictures that are not high-level products, okay, but for us it's important to understand that if companies like these are moving towards this market, it means that something important is happening. So, to come back to Onwater, why is Onwater incredibly innovative, especially in the domestic sector? So, we have noticed, we have seen in the last 6 months that, as the graph can show, there is a big research, conscious demand about this water purifier. Why? Because if you look at the graph, you can see the blue part that is water cooler for home, is the research water cooler for home, and the red part is the research water cooler. We can see that from 2017 until 2021, people are constantly looking for this kind of products. And in fact, we have engaged some society for the research, and they told us and they showed us the graph and the data where they say that the European water coolers market will be worth $60 billion within 2030, within the year 2030. So we can see that there is an increased interest in the market for these products, and new distributor companies are growing, are developing. We see that even from the markets, that we receive many requests from new companies that have started to install, to sell this kind of products, so the water coolers. The problem is that there is a lack of high-level alternatives, high-level products. So what do users evaluate before buying a water cooler? We have seen in this period that people, before buying a water cooler, they look at performance, design, reliability, connectivity, after-sales service, and safety. This is a very important concept. Assembling is not producing. I'll say it one more time because it's too important. Assembling is not producing. Because in this industry, in this sector, so in the water cooler sector, we can share this sector in two parts. We have, from one side, we have the assemblers, which are companies that say they produce, but actually they don't really produce. What do? They come from related fields, so they are not from the water cooler fields. They are maybe from beer or from something else. So they are assemblers, not manufacturers. They assemble standard components. It means that they buy components, the key components like coil, like electrovalves, like fittings. They buy these components from other companies and then they put inside their machine. So they think just about the aesthetical part, the chassis, the external part. The assembler The problem of the assemblers is that they are not able to make modifications, to make fast modification, and they are a poor knowledge of dynamics of the water cooler operation. So they don't really know how a water cooler, especially a small water cooler, works. Then on the other side, we have the real producers, because their business, their ecosystem is born on the water cooler industry from the day zero. They have specially designed components. They have a know-how development. They have a high flexibility to make changes in terms of functions, in terms of aesthetic parts, and they have excellent reliability. So Onwater has chosen to be a real producer. Why? Because thanks to Paolo Tesi's know-how and his team, Onwater is able to design and optimize all the major components, all the strategic components inside a water cooler, which are fittings, electrovalves, electronic boards, refrigeration systems, carbonators, plastic and sheet metal. All these stuffs together make a high level of innovation and a high level of reliability. And this is really, really important. The ideal partner. So I'm not saying that Onwater is the ideal partner. I'm saying that if you are a company that that distribute to other companies or to the final user, it's really, really important that you understand the difference between an assembler and a producer. So I'm just saying to you, okay, what's the difference and which are the benefits to have a partner that really produce the water cooler. So the ideal partner designs and manufactures water cooler from the A to Z. Components include. The advantage for distributors is that they can have customization, both aesthetical and functional. They are responsive to the market needs. They have an above average quality standard of the products, and they have an excellent technical support. This is really important. The last point is something really, really important. So, the home water cooler QuickOn 20. This is the first water cooler of Onwater for the domestic line. And we have some features inside this water cooler. So the first one is the design. It's compact size and intuitiveness of use. Really, really, really simple to use. Then we have the 8 elements that make distributors excited. These are elements that we saw in these years of activity. So the first one was the design. The second one is the performance. In fact, thanks to the cool hybrid, thanks to the carbony, we have a high-level performance in the refrigeration and in the sparkling water. Then we have easy installation because the filter and CO2 bottle are inside. We have a rapid routine maintenance because there are no screw to open the machine, to open the water cooler. We have the customization possibilities. Here on the right, you can see where we can personalize every single water cooler. Then we have the transformation kit. So you can transform the under-counter model in an over-the-counter model with just a kit that is in the picture on your right. Then the reliability. So every single unit remains at least 60 minutes of testing for each device. At least 60 minutes. It's a lot of time, but it's necessary. So then the last element is connectivity. You can see our application. It's for the telemetry. So you can see in advance how the water cooler that you have installed are working. So you can know in advance if there is going to happen some problems, or maybe you have just to change the CO2 bottle. So it will allow you to make an excellent after-sales service that is really important, as we saw before. For distributors looking for even more distinction. Yes, because the patents elevate the exclusivity of the distributors working with Onwater. If you are a distributor and one of your supply is Onwater, Onwater has these patents that allow you to have new sales topics, to have something new to say to the market. So the patents are cool hybrid for the cold water. So cool hybrid is the new technology that allow you to have the cold water even in the most difficult conditions, like very hot conditions, or where the space around the water cooler is not so big. Then we have the carbon for the sparkling water and the Typhon for the hygiene side. Yes, the Typhon is this. Then maybe after we can show you the video. So the distributors who choose to work with Onwater always have three main advantages. So they find new sales topic. They find something new to say, something new to communicate to their market. They can be different to their competitors. They simplify the work of technicians and installers because of the simplicity of the products, and they always has products in line with the market. How do we achieve everything that you have seen until now? We have two main reasons. So the structure, we have 2,400 square meters. We have 5 production lines, and we have the coil bending machinery. That's really important. Really important. Just this machinery is the difference between an assembler and a producer. Really important. Then we have the team. 70% of the team arrives from the Paolo's last company. So they have a high level of preparation on products, and they are very high level of motivation and confidence in Onwater. They believe in Onwater. They believe in Paolo and his team. Our philosophy is focus 20% on competitors and 80% on customers. I'll say it one more time because it's really important. Focus 20% on competitors and 80% on customers. So Onwater's coolers don't aim to be better than, but ideal for. Partners are the guide for development. Partners are the guide for development. Not competitors, partners.
Okay, thank you for your attention. And now, if you have any questions or curiosity, please feel free to ask. Thank you.